Hi guys. So, French class. Great times. So there was one day that my French teacher wasn't going to be there, so then he'd gotten a substitute to fill in, and he'd written down all the instructions, what we were supposed to do on this sheet of paper. But apparently he had written down that I would be willing to teach the class. I swear I'm not a teacher's pet. Teachers just like me for some reason. I don't know why. I don't particularly like it, because then I have to do things like go up in front of the entire class and teach. So I ended up dragging Nikita up to the front with me, and then we tried to teach the class, but at first it was silent and just nobody was doing anything, and then it suddenly got extremely loud and nobody listened to anything. Then we got Kyle up there and he started yelling at people to actually pay attention, and that kind of worked, but I still ended up having to throw things at people to get their attention. The sub apparently thought that I did a really good job, because when my teacher came back, he congratulated me on how well I had done. I'm not sure where he got his information from, but hey, if I apparently did something good, that's great. As I told you guys in my last video, in the last week we had to dress a certain way for each day, and then on Wednesday it was dress like a teacher day. So I dressed as my French teacher, and I said that I was cosplaying as Femme Mr. B, and here is my snazzy outfit. I think it turned out really well actually, but we had to bleach the jeans to get them white because they don't actually have any white jeans. But they started fraying, and now they're completely broken and I would not be able to wear them because it's ripped all along, like where the belt line is. All along there is just ripped to pieces. Okay, now I have to do a bit of explaining before I can talk about the next thing. So my school has lately been divided up into 6 groups, and we're all supposed to do competitions against each other and whatnot. And now some of you are probably there like, wow, that's amazing, it sounds like Harry Potter. It's not at all. It's stupid and ridiculous. And they said that the whole point in the first place of making the teams was so that people wouldn't feel left out. But now, because you're not with any of your friends in your groups, everyone is feeling more left out. But anyways, on the second last day of school, we had a school assembly, and it's usually a Christmas thing, but apparently this year they weren't going to do it because it makes people feel left out. My school seriously needs to get a grip on what makes people feel left out and what doesn't. But anyway, so we all had to sit in our 6 houses, but I have absolutely no friends in mine. Well, I do have some, but they have better friends than me in that group, so they're obviously going to go and talk to those friends. So I went and sat with my friend Emily, and then I realized that they were doing an attendance for each of the groups. And a bunch of people were being caught out, like they were being sent to the actual group in front of the entire school, and I was dressed super brightly that day, so I was just sitting there waiting for them to see me. And a couple of the teachers kind of looked at me, and because they knew that I was supposed to be in group, I think 1 is my group. And they knew that I was at the school, but I wasn't sitting in group 1, so they knew that I had to be somewhere around there. And so all the teachers were kind of looking at me, but I think that they just kind of ignored me because they know I don't do anything usually. So I don't know, maybe I was lucky, maybe it was that hiding in plain sight thing, because seriously, I was dressed in yellow and red and blue and green, and I don't know how they wouldn't have seen me. But it made me feel pretty rebellious, just sitting there watching everybody else get caught out, and I'm there like, yep, this is the rebellious life. But on the inside, I was kind of like, oh, what if I get caught? I'm gonna get a detention and I won't be able to get a job, and then I'll be poor and I won't get married and I'll die alone. But hey, luck was with me that day and I didn't get caught, so I'm very happy about that. I won't have to die alone. The last little story I have takes place in math class. So my friends and I had been working really hard the entire class, so we decided to take a little break. So we were just talking, and then suddenly my math teacher looks at us and he's like,
"Are you girls being productive with your time? You look too happy for maths class."
We were talking about murder. Specifically, the ways he can kill people. So apparently, according to him, talking about gruesome, disgusting, painful ways to kill people makes us happier than math does. That's all I have today, so bye guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, subscribe, and I love you as much as my teacher thinks I love murder. Also click on the 2 video links above to watch 2 of the other videos that I've made.